Well, certainly is that time of the year. I guess we can look at a spooky game, huh? Haven't got too many choices. I don't really buy this sort of thing, so let's just see what we got already. See here, spooky game. Jeez, this should work. No. Let's talk about the first one instead. Castlevania 1 was so fucking cool. It was fresh, exciting, and most of all, extremely hard. But don't let that discourage you from playing the game. It's very polished and wicked memorable. But what is there really to like about it for, say, I don't know, someone who's never played a hard game before, or maybe doesn't like hard games, or maybe for some godforsaken reason doesn't like games? Which in that case, you can just leave. But, you know what? There is the music. It's considered to be one of the best parts of the whole game, and honestly, you can't deny that. You know what isn't one of the best parts of the whole game, though? The controls. They're simple enough. You just move around, press A to jump, B to whip, and yes, for the uninitiated, you use whip to kill enemies. And for whatever reason, the whip has this weird delay in between the point where you press the button and the action happening on the screen. This was intentional. Jumping didn't have delay, but the whip took a second to fire up. This made plowing through enemies not an option. But what is an option are the items, which you can get from whipping candles. Okay, sure. Why not? You have an axe, which goes up in an arcing motion, crosses that go from one side of the screen to the other before returning to you, holy water that can be thrown at the ground to create a flame, a stopwatch that stops time, sometimes anyway, and a knife that's just useless. Why is this in the game? But wait, there's more! You can also get upgrades to make your whip better, longer, and, well, just hit harder. Hearts that act as ammunition for your alt weapons. Money bags for points, and trust me, you'll need every single one of them. And a jar that gives you temporary invulnerability. Chicken you can find in a wall. Wait, what? What? Why is it in a wall? Come on, it's gonna be dirty. Who puts chicken in walls in the first place? It's kind of a dumb idea. Anyway, they restore health. And finally, every now and again, you can find a rosary. This acts as a screen nuke. Very useful. Despite being labeled as a hard game, which it is, I've never really had much trouble with the first two stages. You know, the first two levels, not what it says up in the top right of the screen. I didn't even really notice that until I started, writing this. I've just always kind of breezed right through them without much of a problem. I honestly feel like it's the third stage that is the point where it gets difficult. Like this bit right here. You walk up some stairs and there are these birds dropping these hunchback enemies. And they don't really stop. They just keep coming. And then the boss isn't too hard. Stage 4 isn't that bad either. But then the boss happens. This stinking Frankenstein boss took me way too long to beat. The underlying issue being the dang hunchback guy. You can't kill him, you can only freeze him in place. Not to mention the fireball he shoots does 4 damage at a time. This of course made things insanely difficult for no reason at all. Eventually though, I did find a pattern and managed to beat the boss. Stage 5 is hell. It just is. Most of it's fine, though. I even have trouble with the red skeletons that act a bit like dry bones from the Mario games. It got bad in the godforsaken hallway just before the boss. Anyone who's played any of the Castlevania games knows this point right here. You have these knight guys that walk back and throw axes at you. Now, if that was it wouldn't be too hard. But you also have to deal with these Medusa heads that come from both sides of the screen. And it's just a slight bit too much to deal with, but it is possible. Then the Grim Reaper exists. Fuck this boss. It's way too hard. I didn't have the correct item to cheap him out. Not only that, but the effects of the stopwatch, which I, had because it made the hallways so much easier, suddenly decided to stop working. So that's obviously not going to help. I tried and died to this guy about 20 times. No, seriously, 20 times in between recording. And I just gave up on it and put the game down. It really upsets me that I wasn't able to beat the boss, and to be honest, I actually did start the stage over again just to see if I could find the item that did cheap him out, and the only place I could find it was right at the beginning of the level, which meant you couldn't die in the whole night hallway section. So screw that. I really didn't want to have to go through that whole bit again. And even playing the game on the NES Classic, since I can't actually find a copy of the game anywhere for a decent price, it was just too much. I wasn't able to do it, and I put the game down. It just wasn't going to do anything for me. The Grim Reaper is often referred to as being the hardest boss in the whole game, if not one of the hardest bosses in all of gaming itself. Harder than even the final boss, Dracula, so I've lost hope. But does this mean I don't like the game? Does it make me not like the game? No, not in a million years. It's good. Really good, and a single boss isn't going to change that. The game is absolutely fantastic and has every right to be called a classic. Play it just even once, and you'll see what I mean. It's very memorable, lots of fun, extremely good, and yes, painfully hard. Well, at least it's in the same sort of hard that's actually somewhat satisfying to go through. Which the second one really isn't. And no, I'm not going to talk about that one yet. Well, hello everybody! It's Mike, and thank you for watching this review of Castlevania for the NES. I had a lot of fun playing the game. It was just good fun all around, and I enjoyed it very, very much. Review-wise, I do believe that I'm going to do Lego Racers for the Nintendo 64 next. However, it is going to be a while before that comes out, so I'd say, like, Thanksgiving at the latest. So, yeah. There will be other stuff going on. The next TF2 video is coming out on Halloween. It'll probably be, the last Scream Fortress 2019 video of the year. And, well, 2019 is it's about to end, and Scream Fortress ends on November the 11th. So if there's demand, I could just do a quick contracts video, put that out, but, yeah, as of right now, I do not have any desire to talk about
Castlevania 2. I'm all burnt out on, my hard games quota. I think I filled it pretty good today. Yeah, there will be other stuff happening very soon. Outside of the next Screen Fortress video, there are 2 other TF2 videos that have yet to be put out. There's one where it's just like us messing around, being friends messing around, that we recorded back in September, actually. I can't tell you exactly what's in it. I just know that... Oh, you know what? It's a Fat Scout video. So that'll be coming out next month, as well as this one Demo Man video that I have, where I just play Demo Man. And that's the first time I kind of use OBS, so it's going to be a bit crap. And yeah, the other video is the last video I'm doing with Shadowplay. I'm sick of it, like, and all the mic issues. It's just, I'm absolutely done with it, man. OBS is just, it's just easier for me to handle. But yeah, just watch out for my other stuff, and you can like and subscribe if you like this video and want to see more content like this in the future. You can go ahead and share this with some friends if you want, no pressure. Leave a comment down below, tell me what you thought of the video. And if you do subscribe, make sure you click that bell icon, because the YouTube algorithm wants to screw everybody over. And you can check out the last couple videos I did. The last review I did was on, what was it? It was Outrun 2019 for the Sega Genesis. And you can also check out the last video I did, which was the aforementioned previous Screen Fortress 2019 video that I did not long ago. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you all in the next one.